gonna try to do the impossible. My brother just got my mom from the stands to the scene. I really know we had to walk. They're not going. They're like World War III trying to get them to walk together.
A quarterback from Dallas, Texas. Number 2, Shedeur Sanders. And a safety, number 21, Shilo Sanders. Joined by Deion Coach Prime Sanders. For all of our honorees.
What's that cut? That was smooth right there. Looking like he still got all his toes.
Hey, hold
Coach Prime, man. The GOAT.
Let's see that again. You know what's funny? I had to watch that video multiple times to say, like, what is everybody talking about?
How quick he got out of there.
I wish I had that Shaggy sound effect.
Man. So,
oh man,
what we publicly know about this divorce.
Hold on, I gotta send the nuke on that. Oh man, go ahead.
Look, they both accused each other of some wild stuff during their divorce. I'm not going to be messy and get into that. Divorces are messy. If you're dealing with one, my heart goes out to you. But the best way for men to get past that is to keep living life, chase your purpose, chase your dreams, and keep it pushing. Success is the best revenge, ultimately. And Coach Prime is doing just fine without her. I don't know why his sons tried to, well, I know why they did, but you got to know stuff is a losing battle at some point. Just be thankful they both want to be a part of your life. It'll just never be at the same time. Y'all damn near adults anyway. But it's good to see Coach still got the moves, man, after he lost them toes, man. Good for him.
Yeah, yeah, and I think for a lot of people, like I said, it took me a while to see what was going on, though, because I saw it trending. I saw the story going viral. And I was like, what's going on in this picture? I forgot about the whole thing that led up to why he has the feelings he has towards his ex-wife, though, because she literally just made his life a living hell. And she was part of the reason why he's not on the NFL network anymore, being a commentator, which it worked out for him because it allowed him to go into coaching. And now he's at Colorado, and he'll probably be coaching in the pros. I mean, I know the Cowboys are going to be looking for a new coach after the season. So, if you want to bring somebody in, that's probably going to be the ideal person. But, for the people out there, it's a testament to Sanders because he allowed, or I shouldn't say allowed, but whatever he did for his boys, like we can all agree, like had Deion Sanders had not been in their kids' lives, them boys aren't going to we know one of them is going to go pro. I don't know if the other one's eligible to go pro, his other son. But we know, who is it, Shedeur, that's going to go pro?
Yeah, Shedeur should probably be going pro.
Yeah. So, without them, without Deion in there in the picture, folks are not, I mean, they're not having the career that they have. I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, plenty of, boys have been raised with their moms and they've had successful football careers. Maybe. But considering like what Deion went through on this situation with his ex-wife, I'm almost 100% sure that is not going to be the case, though, with his boys, though, because he was definitely impactful. He knew where they could go. He knew what the sky was for them, and he definitely has been able to have a great relationship with his sons, as well as the sons were thinking like this is something that I think people are not giving Deion Sanders credit for, though. I believe he did not make it. He was talking, shit on their mom, like, because sometimes these, divorce situations, I mean, they're slinging all types of mud at each other, which at some point they were, but I'm guessing over time though he probably didn't do that much because he just got busy. He was being successful and working on himself and trying to make a path forward for his boys though. So the boys are thinking like, hey, this, we could probably get them together, blah blah blah. Like they still have a good perception of their mom, from what it sounds like to me, which is something that Deion Sanders is not obligated to, because she put him through hell, and he probably didn't go that route. I don't know that for a fact, but that's what I think happened.
First of all, he handled this in the classiest way possible. He didn't call her out her name, didn't yell, didn't argue. Like, just get me the hell away from her. I respect that. Number one. Number two, I just posted an article from Dallas Morning News. Prime had custody of the kids, which is really, really rare. He had full custody. She had visitation, and apparently she went to jail for 7 days in Collin County because her time with the kids, she overextended it and refused to bring them back.
Yeah.
So there was some stuff going on behind the scenes, and you just talked about how she impacted the NFL Network gig that he had. So the best way for me to like cut you off is if you try to mess up my family dynamic, or if you try to cut off my source of income. Like those are two things where I can't rock with you no more.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear your apologies. I don't need your healing. I want to be completely done with you. And I'm sure Prime felt that way too. I thought he handled it classy, man. He could have called her out of her name and he did not. And as far as I know, he hasn't really spoken about much since 2014 when all this stuff went down. So kudos to Coach Prime.
Definitely winning in this situation, or he did win in this situation and continues to win for his family. And also she kept his last name. So, for all the, super independent and, IDP, DNT types of folks out there, the women out there, why would she keep his last name? I mean, she didn't build that last name up to what it is. All she's doing is trying to eat off that last name. And these boys are, I mean, they got to be like 19 or 20 or something, I assume. So yeah, she can't be getting any more child support. I don't know if the alimony is still in play, but she can't be getting a whole lot of anything. Which I have heard of people, that even though they have full custody, sometimes they still have to pay some type of support to the other parent because that's how family law works apparently. But
no, actually, I was just about to say this is the third example of this I've seen, and I actually know someone personally who as a man got full custody of his kids. You ever notice when the men get custody, they don't put the women on child support?
That's true too.
Why is that? I thought we were equal. I thought we were all on the equal and level playing field.
Man, and let you be a guy that puts the ex-wife on child support and the public finds out you. The people are going to come at you are the same simp-ass men that are going to be like, well, you don't need that money. You don't need her on child support. That's the mother of your kids. Man, we don't have enough time to go through all the things that his ex-wife put him through. Like I had to remind myself all the stuff that they had to go through. And the final straw was like, she messed up his bag. Like we're going to get into the NFL on the next topic, but the NFL, man, they looking bad on this one though, because nothing came of it. They proved that she was lying. He didn't get his job back. Now, lucky for, Sanders, it pivoted, it sent him to be a college at, other than Jackson State. And then, to Colorado, and who knows what else after that, though. But yeah, anybody that can come with some accusation towards you, it puts you in a bad position. And as well as like with your kids, like you're the one bringing in the money. She ain't bringing in the money. Like,
yeah.
Why would you mess up the money? Why would you mess up the golden goose? But again, this is how they operate, and this is why I can't ever get on board when it comes to like men stuff like this, though, because men will not get on board with this. There's some dude that's probably gonna try to bust her down, even knowing what she did, what she tried to do to Sanders and the boys, which I would call that abuse. But some people won't call that abuse.
I'm gonna answer that question you just asked. The reason why she don't care about messing up his bag is because a lot of baby mothers hate their baby fathers more than they love their kids. They do not care that the dad losing his income will impact the kids. They don't care. They don't care that a baby father who is struggling to pay his child support is about to take his butt to jail. Yeah. They don't care. Yep. And I've seen this too many times play out. Thank God I ain't got to deal with it. My kid is right here in this house with me, but salute to all the men I got to deal with this, man. Keep fighting for your kids.
Yeah, and that kind of brings up another good conversation point as well, too. If men wanted to change this, change the family court laws, as well as child support obligations, stuff like that, they would have changed it by now. Men would have banded together like women do. Women have created multiple laws or have inspired multiple laws in the creation of protecting women's, especially if a woman, especially with violence, We have all those types of laws. We have the Adult Survivors Act, which is what ensnared Diddy. So they went back like what 20, 30 years to get that Diddy case to follow through. That's the same case that the same law they put through to go after Trump. And so who knows what other states will follow suit. But for men, at the end of the day, if you want to have some equal protection for the gender, then you got to start pushing this with your lawmakers. But I just don't see men really doing stuff like that. I mean, I've seen some changes where I forget what the state, you might know a state that did this, was the paternity test was required. And I think Florida just did away with alimony, but we still got like some other states to kind of get in line with that. And
they still have it, but it's not for life. Yeah.
Oh, for life. Okay. Yeah. So you still have the rest of states that haven't even touched anything like this, but they will definitely, create all these other laws that are enhancing protections against women or trans people or whatever it is. But there are no laws that are enhancing or protecting men. And, I know that some people are going to be like, well, what do men need protection from? If you don't think men need protection or need any legal protections, then you guys got to click off, though. You have not been paying attention these last 10 years. And the Me Too should be a great example of why men need additional protections when it comes to working in the workplace or in a marriage, because it's easy for a woman to say something happened to them in the marriage and everybody just believes it, and then that's used against you in the court of law. Like that's nonsense to me.
Yeah, let me end on this point. There's a book called Father and Child Reunion by Dr. Warren Farrell, and I actually just posted an article from the Oklahoman that supports this too. And this might sound controversial, but let's just say it. Divorced parents, the kids do better academically with their confidence and success in life if they go with the father as opposed to the mother. But
yeah, super controversial. Yep. Yeah, you're absolutely right. This was back in 2001, so I still think that still rings true, because for a lot of women that are struggling, like, this is the one thing I don't get is like when these lawmakers or these governors or people and politicians in general, they go ahead and they try to create these additional cream pie benefits to allow. I mean, even Kathy Hochul just came out, the governor in New York, just came out with this $500 tax refund for families, and really is for single parent homes, but families. But for the most part, I mean, that's what they're focusing on. This stuff doesn't help men. This stuff doesn't help men, and men are the ones that the kids definitely fare better under the leadership of men. Are the fathers. And that's a fact, but people don't want to believe it. People don't want to think this is a big deal, but
it's almost like we were meant to be heads of the household.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Exactly. Yeah. Good luck with the split households.
Cold game.
Yep. All right. Next topic.